Hello everyone, Mario the Pieman here for some more Star Trek Online. Now, hopefully the very juddery frame rates that plagued me in the last one will not do it this time. I don't know if my PC was playing up itself, downloading an update, someone had left their account logged in on it, who really knows, or that, but I've toned down the graphics a little. I don't think you'll notice it, but hopefully it should mean that everything flows smoothly. So, for those who came in late, we are playing as our Reman, Drakhara. She has recently she's finished the Romulan campaign, she's done the Cardassian one, and we just finished the Borg one, where we're now going as New Romulus. Now, this is going to require me to do something I don't like doing, which is editing. The reason for that is in an earlier mission we had to report to the command centre on New Romulus. I'm sure it used to use a different part, but they made you go there anyway, not realising that first time you go to New Romulus it triggers kind of a cutscene to introduce the whole New Romulus thing. Now, I thought, how am I going to get around this? So I've recorded it. So you might notice that Drakhara suddenly reverts back costume-wise to a much earlier version when this cutscene comes in, because she's in it. They use your character in the cutscene. But we will just all cope with that and accept that this is a weird thing that happens in the game. So I'm going to explain a little about New Romulus, what we fly there. Well, as you may remember, or if you don't, go check the old videos. We found this planet, explored it. It had previously quite a lot of radiation, and it's now become potentially the home of the Romulan Republic. They've decided to start colonising it. What this was built for in game was effectively as an area to do kind of to do certain missions, but also to kind of work in sort of not quite group activities. Again, Star Trek Online's relationship with team and group activities is slightly strange, but in this one, this was only the second of what they call reputations. Now, I will explain these in a bit, but basically the idea of this was that you were meant to build reputations, and then that would open up other missions. Now, it's been kind of chopped and changed a little, but you just have to do it. Now, hopefully I'm not going to have to do every mission twice. But I might. As you can see, yes, this is a public area, so there are ships here. Now, again, I can beam to the command centre in or New Romulus. In fact, I am going to show you one, because I'm going to show you the command centre. You may not have seen this before, but I've got some spaceship, some inventory to clear out, quite frankly. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this, and then I will beam to New Romulus. Now, you won't see the intro that just happened, so when you come back, you will probably see the early Drakhara intro, and then we will rejoin on New Romulus itself. So, say hello to past Drakhara for me, and I will catch you on the planet itself.
We have the strength now. With the help of Starfleet and the Empire, we could destroy what's left of the Tal Shiar. We would be safe. We would be free.
There are too few of us left to fight amongst ourselves. Military action should be our last option.
I don't see how talking to them will be enough. But I'm a warrior, not a politician. If my people are to find a home here, there must be a leader capable of building a new future, of looking past our differences to find harmony. You are that leader, Detan.
Since I was a child, hiding in the sewers of the capital with the reunificationists, I have worked toward the day when the Romulans would once again walk beside their Vulcan brothers and sisters. Before that can happen, we need to rebuild. We need a home to replace what was lost, to see past our grief and find acceptance.
Having a conversation.
We need to reconcile with the Remans and end the centuries of strife and oppression. The fate of both our peoples rests here. We either create a new homeworld out of the ashes, or we wither and die.
Obasek! Remember me?
Thank you for agreeing to meet me here.
No
I'm
problem.
grateful that both the Federation and the Empire have temporarily put aside their differences to help create a new Romulus.
I'll follow,
This
right,
wouldn't be
okay.
possible without you. Your example led the way. We're building a new home here.
Yes,
Romulans
you've
and
done a lot in a
humans
few
can't
months.
continue on like nothing has changed. Everything is different. We are a changed people. The loss of Romulus wounded us greatly. But that wound will not be fatal.
Oh, good.
There is a great deal of work to do before we can truly call this our new home.
Oh.
But with your help, I know Mold
Oh, sorry.
or New Romulus, as our allies call it, will someday be as great as what we lost.
Who's
Kylo
that
is in
guy
charge of
talking
the
to?
staging area. He can give you more information about what we need.
He talks to
There's much
himself a
do,
bit, but
and
it's
little
fine.
time. We left our
Nice
first
scar.
home to remain free. We lost our adopted home to treachery. May this world be the home we have sought for so long. A place where our descendants can live in peace.
Yeah, well, bow. Ah, very nice. Okay, you're off then. So, that was a bit of a surprise. I was expecting to have to do some editing, and I don't. As it turns out, they fixed it. Oh, frame rate's not too bad. No, it seems to be okay. Getting a wee bit of judgery. Hopefully this doesn't work out like the last one, or I'm going to have to really reconsider some things. So yeah, the gist of these are, there's a whole lot of other players running around, which probably isn't helping. But the idea was that bits of this will open up as you complete certain parts of the reputation. There'll be things to do and ways you can earn Romulan marks. That's kind of what we're going to do a bit of here. So, but things will be triggered as you hit certain points of reputation. I'll explain the reputation I have promised before. First we have to talk to our Klingon contact, so we'll talk to Kavira. She's not voiced, so thank you for coming to New Romulus, Admiral. After the Hobus incident, the Federation offered a hand on friendship to the survivors, help where they could, but we were refused. After diplomacy failed, Starfleet Command made a decision to make several preemptive strikes to eliminate threats before the outbreak of war could occur. Whether or not those actions were justified is not for us to debate. With the establishment of New Romulus and the alliance with the Remans, we see the potential for a second chance. What we do here could shape the Federation's relationship with your people for decades. We can create a new alliance, or we can wake a sleeping dragon. I look forward to working with the Klingon Empire to establish our new homeworld. The Empire needs you to be our representative to the Romulan people. It's just the same speech there. So, yes, like I say, I didn't expect that to come up. Still a bit of the judges. But what we now have to do is introduce ourselves to this guy who's standing here apparently talking to no one. So let's do that. Thank you.
Let me brief you on the situation here.
Okay.
We're building a new city here, at the
Very
site
nice,
where
it is
people
too.
first
Does the
landed
gate
on
need to
this
be that
world
big?
more than 2,000 years ago, after the Sundering.
And that's a big door.
Our Riemann friends will take the lower levels,
You will
where they
never
can
see
feel
them.
most at home. We'll use the staging area as a landing site for shuttlecraft and a place to coordinate construction and future shipping. Many of our records were lost with the home
Are there
world.
giant scorpions? You did not mention giant
But what we
scorpions.
do have indicates that there was a battle here before the colony ships left to find Romulus.
You found what could be
The Sword of the Raptor Star, one of our most revered artifacts.
here on this world.
There's still much we need to learn about this world
Yeah,
and
that's
its
purple
inhabitants.
octopi. Octopuses.
This creature, for example, how did it adapt
What the
to
hell
the
is it?
radiation that until recently made this world unsuitable for colonization? Recent scans are showing the radiation falling into manageable levels. With modern technology and your assistance, this should be a place where the Romulan and Riemann people can thrive for generations
Yeah,
to
remember the
come.
Remans?
We've found ruins that date back to the Sundering, and beneath them, signs of what may be a much older civilization. Who lived here eons ago? What happened to them? We're doing what we can, but we can't do it alone. If you're here to help, I'll get you started.
Well, I suppose I'm here to help because, you know, otherwise I don't have much to do. So. Okay, so now we'll talk to him. So he's saying, welcome, I have these tasks available, so there's the staging area. I'll ask him to tell him. Oh, I'm too busy to sit here yapping about the past. Never served in the military, never used that so-called empress. I worked all my life moving cargo and digging in the mines that you people seem to think that made my magic. Got stuck in the Rator system when the big boom happened. I've been knocking about here ever since. Started hearing Datan speak and he made a lot of sense. We can't hang on to the past anymore. We want a home, we've got to get our hands dirty and build one. So, there's a lot of things that need to be... So this is Kaylor again telling me there's a lot of things that need to be done and not enough hands to do the work. My job is to organise volunteers, so grab a spanner or collect reports and volunteer already. You might even get that fancy uniform a little dirty. Dirty work is honest work. And there's our mission, and you can see some Romulan marks. We will accept that. So, what we have to do here, and you'll see a lot of them are like this, is we've got to run around, we've got to do tasks, and this percentage will build up as we do it. Now, one of the first things I'm actually going to do is go up to this transporter, because one of the things, you basically can't beam to places till you've been to them, so you've got to log yourself in the pattern buffer. And so, as a result, you end up kind of doing that everywhere you go. You used to get a little badge for it. Now, I'm wanting to run up here to show you a couple of things. First thing, these big doors. Second, you get you get a award. But there's also very nicely a Romulan statue in memory of Spock, and that was as much for Spock as it was for Leonard Nimoy. So I thought that was quite good. There's one in Vulcan as well. So what we're going to do is run around here. Now you see that glowy thing there? That's a report. So we can collect science reports. Now there was something else that came up there. I've got to give him encouragement. Right. So I say a platitude. There's now yes. Problem is that there are now that's not actually. He's not just randomly shooting at these people standing very neatly to attention while someone shoots. You do something to find Tal Shiar spies. This is it. So I encouraged that guy. I did that. I've collected the report. Now you might notice the thing didn't go up when I got the report, because the idea is I've actually got to turn them in. I've got to. There's a person to find. Oh, a person I can say something. Your every effort counts. Now I don't know if I'll see all of the things. I will have a quick run around, because one of the things they did when they built this, they built this as kind of an area where some things could be almost done as groups, but also just as a general big public area. So there's actually, they realised in this, and when they built future ones, they built them smaller because they realised this was far too big. They spent ages building it, and it was way bigger than it needed to be. These people with the monk barret, and there's someone having suspicious behaviour. Let's investigate this suspicious person. Oh, no, they were not suspicious. So they can do one of two things when that happens. They'll either not be suspicious at all, or they'll turn out to be a Tal Shiar agent and attack you. So yeah, so like I said, they built this very big area, and I mean we'll see more of it over the next couple of videos, because yeah, they did build this big area. There's quite a lot to do, and I think they worked out that they spent a lot of time on something which people burn through the missions on and never look at again. So here's another sus person. Ah! I like the fact that she's not done much. She just said, "Oh, we're not done here," and it's, you know, really I did most of the attacking there. And there are these consoles that you can, so I can talk to this researcher and she'll tell me about local wildlife, insects, and tell me about the epos. So we can find stuff about that, and I think there's a, that's just a panel that needs repaired. Might as well do it while we're here. I'm going to hand in some of these reports, and that's basically it. Like I say, this first area is, all the areas have something akin to this, and you've got to build up a percentage. It's just the activities differ. So if I go to this person here, her Romulan overseer, now I do get more for handing in one of each, but I'm just going to hand these back, and I'm going to show you the last bundle of things we can do, because there is repairing. You know, obviously you can repair lots of different things. We do also have this shuttle sitting here, which is also in need of repairs. So we are. Oh, someone's just been round it, I think. Usually you'll see there's some sparks coming off bits of it. Something. Yeah. Never known the shuttle to last this long without. Ah, there it is. So apparently in this case, I'll come around here. Conduct shuttle means I'm going to phaser the shuttle a bit. And I mean, again, if you were looking, you know, I personally wouldn't look to what I'm doing here as a how to play guide, but the shuttle's not a bad place to hang around if you want a few things to do without having to run around the whole part of even just this area of the map. Because there's that, there's consoles here, there's usually a couple of civilian contractors. So plenty to be getting on with here, but you can see we're clocking up to 80%. I reckon another couple of things to repair. Other thing you can have is if there's a lot of people around. I've not come across it much. They've been so busy that sometimes some of the things you might be struggling to find. You know, people keep fixing other things, and you're going to stand there going, leave some for the rest of us. I just fixed that. Maybe I shouldn't phaser it. I think I'm meant to be welding. So yeah, thank you. I know this might seem like much, but everything you can do to contribute to more realm. As the Klingons say, the first city wasn't built in a day. So we've got, now you can see there, I've got 85 Romulan marks. So the mark system. If I go
I
into
received reports of Tal Shiar spying on new Romulus. Not a surprise, but we need to stay cautious. Most recently, I've acquired a recording that has actionable information. I'd like for you to follow up on it.
okay, so I will show you this first because this is kind of part of the system. So the reputation systems in this tab, you can see there's a lot. The first one they actually built was, I think actually both Drakhara and Task Force Omega came in first. The idea is you acquire marks through various missions. Now you can do a lot. You can actually get, you can't see much now, but there's actually like upgrades and stuff you can get. I'll usually just go for the daily. There is an hourly mission, but I will usually just go for the daily. So I select that, hit fill all. Now hopefully I will accumulate enough marks to keep me running ahead, but it might mean that you might see I've leveled up or done some things in the interim. I'm going to try and make sure that you see all of the stuff here, even if it's just, you know, I have to run around this staging area and do things again to clock up my marks. So yeah, I fill that in. Obviously it starts a 20-hour timer. When they say daily, they usually mean 20. I'm just going to check, and there is my, well, there's my kit reward that I got, so I'll accept a new kit reward, and also if I use that, I get a new weapon. So all in all, some quite good stuff, and that will happen each time. Now, you might notice if I go into the reputation again that I've not made any progress here. You will see that. So this first level unlocks at 5,000 reputation, and this will conveniently give me 5,000 reputation. So I will get the first one unlocked. They scale up. So again, if I go to that, you'll see 15,000, 32,000, 60,000, 100,000, and then they added a tier 6. Now, to get all the missions unlocked here, you will have to go up to tier 5. Now this first one comes at nothing, which is quite handy. So I am going to run down and look this one up. So let's just see where we are. Yeah, so just in here, and all it is a cutscene that this will play. So again, not too much in the way of play in this. Yeah, I'll watch the recording.
I'll be going now, unless you need anything else. Do you want me to bring you something to eat?
No, no, thank you. I'll see you in the morning.
Pro-Council, may we speak?
No.
How did you get in here?
This is a very well
Allow me
edited
to
security
introduce
video.
myself.
I do like the
I
fact
am
that she's been done with a drink.
Kiana, and I represent certain
She's dropped it, but
individuals interested in the future of the Romulan people.
here to do a covert
Don't be
negotiation.
offended with me.
I'm turning up with some
You mean
booze.
the Tal Shiar.
If you want to be blunt, yes.
What do you want, Sub-Commander?
An agreement that will benefit us both.
Oh?
You agree to allow us to advise you on the governing of this colony, and in return we will do all we can to assist you with any complications that may arise.
You want to play Kingmaker. I'm no king, and deals made in the dark never end well.
He did
If
actually
you
appear
want
in
to
the
open
episode Unification as a kid.
contact
Quite fun.
my office during business hours.
You know as well as I do that would be pointless.
Your
There's
secretary's
too
very,
much
very
bad
imposing.
blood, and the Federation and the Klingons would never agree. I'd be lucky to leave the negotiations alive. Hakiv's death and the disappearance of the Empress has left my organization
We did that. Yeah.
at loose ends. The Tal Shiar needs a strong leader. You have the trust of the Klingons, Starfleet, the Remans. Just imagine what you could do with our help.
Are you trying to bribe me?
Merely presenting options. A wise man would see that this is his
I
best,
do like...
his only option.
I was instructed by the wisest of men, Sub-Commander. Spock taught me that openness and truth have more power than secrets. I want all Romulans to unite, even the Tal Shiar. But it can only happen in the light of day.
I'll give you time to reconsider. We have similar goals to Tan. You want to rebuild Romulan power. So do we. Think about it. We will speak again.
Computer, give me everything we have on the Tal Shiar.
Now, what I liked about that was that you did get the impression that Tan's quite decent, that he's not going to, you know, he could technically, he was almost getting offered the leadership of the Tal Shiar there, and he didn't take it, so I quite like that. Just as a wee, and this is just an intro to let you know kind of what's going on in these next few missions as much as their missions, so I'll submit that. Who do you think left that recording, Admiral? Whoever it was obviously someone who wants us to know everything that's going on behind the scenes. If it were to mirror Nadal, assume they just talk to us directly. We should submit this directly to correct. So there you go. That's a mission done. Now, if I remember... Oh. So yes, this is the warehouse mission. Now the thing is, so I can do this now. Lieutenant Tanaga in the warehouse has contacted me. Colony is having supply issues, and the source of them may be the Ferengi contractor. They hired me to manage the supply lines. I think having a neutral party would help defuse the conflict. You go and sort this out. Yeah, so accept. So, the thing with this is, if I go into episodes here and go into our new Romulus, you can see, I'm trying to remember, have they changed this again? It used to be that you had to do certain things would only unlock with the appropriate mission, you know, appropriate level. So you couldn't do the secret shuttle codes, or you could do it, but then there's a certain thing that you had to get from it which you only got when you were at that level. Now, one of the other things that I'm going to put in here, well, I don't actually need to, but there are available missions for this. Now, you can just go and get them from people, but I'm actually going to bring them up on my manager. Again, just things like this. So again, this is Dr. Laurel, who's talking about she's having to juggle research project, director of staff, and keep the nano safe for construction and the Tal Shiar, all the while dodging swarms of insects. You could use the assistance, grab some sample juice. So again, helping her. Where else were we? There's someone at the ruins. Tholians are pressuring our science team, so I called City for assistance. I guess they sent you. So there you go again. We've also got the Fastos Crater. Greatest entrance to the Fastos Crater. Place of great beauty. My teams are studying the flora and fauna in the area, but the danger is slowing our progress. If we're just the beast to contend with, that wouldn't be so bad, but the Herodian have shown a marked preference for hunting their team members. You made it all the way out here, which means you're interested enough to make the hike. Might help. Give me the task that he'd done. So again, I'll take his admission as well, and I think, yeah, and there's the Vastum Peaks. Dratted bugs, don't know what's up here, being eaten alive by the Virnan or being ambushed by the Tal Shiar. Not everything about New World is easy. There's dangerous beasts here in the peaks, and some of them walk on 2 legs. Need help from people who are comfortable with the structure as they are with the tricorder. So, these are the different kind of missions that we're going to get over the course of this. Now, I think I'm actually just, yeah, actually, I'm going to give, you're going to get a quick jump cut, because I'm going to have a quick think about what I do next, see how long this has been running. Right, apologies for that jump cut. So yeah, I think, because I tried to plod through this slowly recording wise, but I'm actually going to leave this here, and what we're going to do is the next episode we'll do this warehouse mission. And I might throw in the, I won't always just, I'll usually try to throw in a gathering mission and another mission, but we'll see how we get on with that and see how it best works together. This is probably one of the bits that's going to be a bit more confusing to do. So, all that remains for me to say is thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. If you want to see more of how we got here, there's plenty of other ones, and there's also me playing some other games, although it's a lot of Star Trek Online now. Again, if you want to talk to me, you can put comments under the video, or you can talk to me on most social medias, particularly Blue Sky, Mastodon, and whatever's left of Twitter, at Pieman70. I tell you, that Twitter is holding on, or at least it was when this video was recorded. So, once again, I'll just thank you for watching. I hope you will join me next time, but till then, bye for now.
We have the strength now. With the help of Starfleet and the Empire, we could destroy what's left of the Tal Shiar.
That's annoying.
We would be safe. We would be free.
There are too few of us left to fight amongst ourselves. Military action should be our last option.
I don't see how talking to them will be enough. But I'm a warrior, not a politician. If my people are to find a home here, there must be a leader capable of building a new future, of looking past our differences to find harmony. You are that leader, Detan.
Since I was a child hiding in the sewers of the capital with the reunificationists, I have worked toward the day when the Romulans would once again walk beside their Vulcan brothers and sisters. Before that can happen, we need to rebuild. We need a home to replace what was lost, to see past our grief and find acceptance. We need to reconcile with the Remans and end the centuries of strife and oppression. The fate of both our peoples rests here. We either create a new homeworld out of the ashes, or we wither and die. Thank you for agreeing to meet me here. I'm grateful that both the Federation and the Empire have temporarily put aside their differences to help create a new Romulus. This wouldn't be possible without you. Your example led the way. We're building a new home here. Romulans and Remans can't continue on like nothing has changed. Everything is different. We are a changed people. The loss of Romulus wounded us greatly. But that wound will not be fatal. Okay. There is a great deal of work to do before we can truly call this our new home. But with your help, I know Mol Rihan, or New Romulus, as our allies call it, will someday be as great as what we lost. Kylor is in charge of the staging area. He can give you more information about what we need. There's much to do, and little time. We left our first home to remain free. We lost our adopted home to treachery. May this world be the home we have sought for so long. A place where our descendants can live in peace.
Yes, the stuff going on there is all the public people doing the public area. That was annoying.